Hi, welcome to Scholars Room number 21. Today we will discuss a few commands which we use in our day-to-day Linux administration and the commands which are related to file and directory management. Number one, ls. It lists the information about the files. And cp. It copies files or directories from one location to another. And mv. It moves or renames file and directories. CD. It changes current location. RM. Deletes files or directories. Touch. Creates empty files. Mkdir. Creates a directory. PWD. Shows the present working directory. File. Displays the type of a file. Head. Displays the beginning of a file. Tail. Displays the end of a file. ln. Make links between files. Now we will see some examples. So ls. So by default, ls will display the output like this only with the file names. And if we use ls-l, it prints the long listing, which means file permissions and number of links and who is user and date and time and file name. And if we use ls-h, it displays the file size in human readable format. For example, if you see here, the file size displayed in bytes. So if we use H, it displays in human readable format like this in kilobytes and megabytes. And ls-a to display hidden files. And ls-s is to sort files based on the file size. And ls-l t is for sort by modification time. So here you see the latest files are in first place. And next command. So I'll explain the output of ls. Here if you see ls-lia, I prints the inode number of a file. I'll explain what is the importance of inode number in later. So first column is here inode number and file permissions and number of links and user, group, file size, month, date, year or time and file name. And if we go to cp command, cp means copy. cp-l creates a link file instead of copying. We will see what is the link file while we discussing with ln. And cp-f. If an existing file cannot be opened, then it removes it and try again. And cp-r. It copies directories recursively. cp-s. It creates a symbolic link instead of copying. cp-u. It update means it copies only when the source file is a newer. cp-v. Verbose mode. It explains what is being done. So I'll show you a few. So now if we use cp-u, okay, we will use cp-v. cp-v and r. So now we will copy this directory to temp. So now we can see what files are copying. If we don't use -v, it won't display what files are copying. And R is for copying recursively. And move Move is to rename or move a file or directory from one location to another. And move-f, it do not prompt before overwriting. And move-v, it moves only when the source file is newer than the destination file. For example, if I want to rename a file, I can use, okay, we will rename a directory here. Now, Raghu-new. So there is no Raghu. We can see Raghu-new. Okay, and next command cd. cd, it will go to home directory and cd space tilde. When we use tilde symbol, it takes us to the home directory wherever we are. And cd space dot dot, it go to the parent directory. Cd hyphen, it go to previous directory. And cd path, it changes the directory. For example, now I'm going to specific path. So now if I use cd hyphen cd dot dot, it go to parent directory data. So now we see data. I'll tell you the PWD. PWD means present working directory. It will show the directory path where we are right now. And if okay, now we go to another directory called /temp. So now if I use cd hyphen, then it will go to opt zimbra data because we are in opt zimbra before. But if we use td space a tilde, then it takes us to the home directory of root user or current user. So the root's home directory is /root. Now we can see. And another important command is rm. Rm means remove. If we use rm-f, it forcefully remove all the files and directories. And rm-i, it prompts before removing a file. And rm-d to remove empty directories. rm-v, it will print what's it's removing. So now we will remove one file. R is for recursive purpose. If we are using removing multiple files, we can use -r, and to remove forcefully we can use -f. So now we can remove. But do not use rm-rf until we know very confidently what we are doing it, because we cannot recover the files in Linux. And another command is touch. We can create multiple files using touch. It creates empty files. And touch-a, it updates access time, and we can verify the access time using ls-lu. And touch-m, it updates modification time. We can verify modification time using ls-lt. So access time means if we read the file, that will update access time. If we modify the file, that will update the modification time. And mkdir, this is another important command that we use regularly. And mkdir will create a directory. If we use mkdir-m, we can define the permissions while creating a directory. And mkdir-p is to create multiple directories and child directories. and -p, it ignores if a parent directory exists. So let me show some example. Here we have parent1. Now I'm using open braces parent1 / child1, comma parent2 / child2, and close braces. So now here you see parent1 is created and parent2 is created. It just ignored the parent1 and parent2 because it's already exist. And see in the here, if you see the child which is created on 6th March, uh, here you can see the March 22 the file is created, and the files is 6 bytes. And another file which we have created a child one, and the file size is 6 bytes because these are empty directories. There are no directories, no files in this child one or child. So it's the empty directory is 6 bytes. So the next command is pwd. We have already discussed the pwd. It displays present working directory where we are. And another important command is file. It will simply display the file type. For example, here you can see this is XML file, and another one is head. Head will print first 10 lines from the file, and head -n is to define number of lines to be print, and tail will print last 10 lines, and tail -n is to define last n number of lines to be print. And if we use tail -f, it will follow, means it will keep display the file. I mean last n number of lines. So we can see running or current log using tail -f. If we want to see multiple log files, then we can use -f again, and we can open another log file. So now you can see the log from optzimra mailbox.log, and the first few logs from optzimra log. If log is generating, this will keep rotate. And another important command is ln. If we want to create a link file, then we use ln. Simply if we use ln, it creates a hard link. If we use ln-s, it creates a soft link. So the difference between hard link and soft link is soft link is nothing but a shortcut like we use in Windows. If we remove shortcut, nothing will happen. But if we remove source file, soft link will remove. But if we come to hard link, if we remove source file, but the link file will keep remain. So the another difference is if we update link file or source file, then all the hard link files or source file will reflect the same changes. So I'll let you know how to identify hard link and source link. So here if we see, there is a L, which means link file, exactly soft link file. So this is the link or shortcut, and this is the source. And if we go to hard link, to identify hard link, we have to use inode numbers. So if we see the inode number of a source file and inode number of a link file is same. So this is the way to identify hard link. And to identify soft link, we can identify using L or a link like this. Okay, and some other information is here. If you see, we can see D. D means a directory, L means symbolic link, and B means a block or specific file. We can say like hard disk, like SDA or SDAB something. We can see, okay, you can see here B. And C means a character special file. Character special file, uh, the difference between block special file and character special file is a character special file will write one character at a time, and the socket files are like a process which is running. And we can see the character special files are these. Another character special file we can see slash null, dev null. See, and socket files which establish a process in between two processes. We can see the temporary files. So let me open some files. Okay, if we see that .sock, and this is the socket file, and file permissions. We come to file permissions, R for read permissions and W for write permissions, and X defines execute permissions, and S is set GAD, and T is to will define sticky bit. I'll explain sometime later what is the set GAD and sticky bit. And these are the regular expressions we use. Star matches up 0 or more times the preceding character, which means star defines anything, and question mark it matches up exactly one character, and the backcode slash represent a special character, and cap matches a starting of a string, and dollar matches ending of a string. Okay, for example, ls a star, so which means starting with a and after that anything. So the files which starting with a and after that anything will print. And if I want to, okay, now we see ls p question mark r and star. So these are displayed. For example, a question mark, in the question mark place anything that are like any files or directories which starting with p, after that a single character can be anything, and R and star. Star means after R anything can it considers anything. And if we want to define a space or any other symbols, then we use a backward slash. And cap is it will matches a starting of a string. For example, if we want to print files those are starting with the digits, we can use ls. We can use this as command ls space pipe grep cap open brackets 0-9 close brackets. If we want to print files or directories which not starting with digits, we can use the last command. And a few questions that we will face in interviews. One is the difference between a block a special file and character special file, and output of ls-l or ls-lia. And we can see what is the inode number. We will get this question as well. And what is the verbose mode as well. Okay, thank you. We will meet with other topic in next session. Thank you.